Welcome everybody to this AMA, Ask Me Anything, today with GemStarter. Recording here from Dubai, not our usual setting, but we're recording here from Dubai with GemStarter. Today we have, from GemStarter, we have, I hope I pronounced the names right, so you guys help me a little bit to pronounce the name. We have Paweł Łaskarzewski.
Łaskarzewski,
Thank you. And we have Michał Domarecki.
Perfect.
Perfecto. Okay, nice. That was good. That was thanks. Yes, GemStarter. GemStarter wants to help the blockchain startups to increase the chance of success, and they are doing that with an investment ecosystem, working not only as a launchpad but also as venture capitalist with a DeFi platform and a cross-chain decentralized exchange. No, so that really sounds a lot. So that's why we're doing this AMA with you guys, so you can explain a little bit more. And before we go any further, let's give a small index what you guys can expect from this AMA. First, we're gonna do a brief introduction. I'm gonna ask you guys a little bit to tell about the team and about the, why you're starting this project. And then we hop over to the to our questions that the team and I from DCI have conducted together. DCI, I got the merchandise below here, right? And after that, after our questions, that's to give a little bit of structure within the AMA, we hop on to the last part, and that are the community questions. And the community questions, we have selected 5 community questions, and every question that is used, I will call the name of the guy or girl who sent in the question, and they are winning. I guess it was Maestro 50 BUSD. Yes. So it was a little battle. So congratulations to you all guys. I will pronounce the name, and you will hear from one of our colleagues to get your BUSD price. Yes. So let's go to the first thing, the first section of this AMA, and that is just can you guys, Paul and Michał, can you give us a little introduction about, I said already a couple of sentences about the project, but also a little bit about yourself and your background, okay. And the intrinsic factor why you got started GemStarter. So the stage is yours. So I think Paweł, kick it off.
Okay, perfect. So thank you very much. So maybe I will start by introducing myself, and then I will go through why we started GemStarter. So my career started like 21 years ago when I was a 13-year-old boy. I started to work as a programmer. And this was the moment when I was, very into the technology. It was something new, something that nobody was doing. And I was very interested in it because I watched a movie with Angelina Jolie, which was called Hackers. So this was a movie from early 90s. So that's what made me a developer.
So I was working. Was it the actress or was it the subject?
I think both. So yeah, I think both. So that's make me to work in the technology very early. Start to work very early. So after several years of being a programmer, a developer, I started to think that I should work and start to build something by my own. Yep. And this is how I started to work within the startup ecosystem here in Europe and over the world. I co-founded several companies of my own. I sold several of those. After that was working within I was highly involved into the development of few challenger banks within Europe. Last one just entered most of European countries, like half year ago. And I always wanted to be involved into development of a project that is somehow connected to the crypto and blockchain space. But till this bull run, it was not possible. Why? Because regulation, because companies' attitude, because there was no big whales money in it. So this was not possible. And during this bull run, we met together with Michael and started discussing, because I, left that last bank that I was building as head of development. And we started to discuss what kind of problems current market have, what kind of problems we can solve, what kind of background we have, which we can use and skill set to fulfill this space with the solutions that we have in our heads. And this is how the initial idea of the GemStarter has been invented. And this is the moment when we started to, grow our own this initial idea in our heads. And this is how in the next 2 weeks we started to work under the to make GemStarter a new project, a new quality on the market. So this is how it started, and this is basically my background in this space and in others.
Okay, thanks. And Michał, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
Sure. My part here is not as bright as my friend, but I was mostly started as an early investor in a lot of crypto projects, investing before in stock market, but I was looking for early projects to invest, to find the gems. And that's when I started to build my own community, Polish community, as I'm from Poland. We met with Paweł and started to discuss, like he said, how to fix it, how to make it better for everyone. And that's how we end up in here today, building something big.
So so how many years you're already in the crypto space?
In crypto, roughly 4 years, and a couple of years before on a stock market as well.
Yeah.
So from my side, I was, starting a lot of years ago by mining Bitcoin on my home computer, but I left it, and it was a biggest mistake of my life. And I was doing this during the early days when there was a need to download the whole database, the whole blockchain to your computer, etc. And I left it, and I started again to be interested into the blockchain and crypto space like 5 years ago, when we started to develop two huge projects that were connected to the blockchain. One was built for Central European banks, because they needed to fulfill a regulatory requirement which said that banks need to have a proof that the user read this exact version of the terms and agreement. So they asked us to develop a solution that would allow to fulfill this kind of requirement, and we were saving those kind of informations on the blockchain. So that's how I started again to be involved into the blockchain. And the next project was for one of the biggest European company that is selling drugs, because a new regulation requires
pharmaceuticals.
Yeah, pharmaceuticals. It's the same. Sometimes drugs are pharmaceuticals. So to track each and every pill from the factory to the end user, just to forbid of selling drugs that have expired to, for example, Africa or so. So this kind of solutions we introduced to those pharmaceutical companies. And so that was the moment when I again started to think to build something on the blockchain. And like 4 years ago, we have tried to, when we were building a first bank, Challenger Bank, we tried to make it based on the crypto and on the blockchain by regulator and regulations did not allow to have such a thing. And I remember one funny story when I was talking with one of heads from one of biggest payment organization like MasterCard or Visa, and when we pitched to this guy, he reacted as Hogwarts students to the name of Voldemort. So this was his exact reaction. And right now, Visa changed a part of the settlement system to the USDC. So that shows the mindset shift and why we are right now on the market, and why we are right now trying to build something in here.
And doing what you do, right? So I hear pretty much experience in different areas, right? So that's good. Thanks for the not a small but a complete introduction.
I like to talk. Sorry for that. I like to talk.
No,
I'm a good buddy to drink a beer with.
To know you guys, to get to know you guys pretty well, so they know, what's cooking, So Yeah, thank you for that. And I think you already touched a couple of points that I'm going to ask, but right now let's hop over to the questions. And first we want to do it like this, that you guys give a brief introduction. Now I'm going to introduce ourselves. Next to me is Hien.
Yes.
He's the co-founder of DCI, Dutch Crypto Investors. And now you guys, I think you know, but my name is Wesley from Business Strategy and Development, and I'm the main host of the day. And right now we're going to hop over to the question, the real questionnaire, the first phase of the questionnaire. And are you guys ready? Are you guys?
Always.
Yes, we do.
Rocking
Ready, steady.
from Dubai. Okay, then we'll go to the first question, my friends. Let's start with question one. Of course, everybody that starts a company, and yeah, what I said, you already touched a little bit on this. Everybody that starts a company that's just want to solve a problem within the space. Could you please then describe exactly what the main problem is for, in this case, I guess for the most startups, that you guys are solving better than the current solutions right now in the space?
No problem. So there are plenty of elements that needs to be solved in the market. We would like to solve them all, but we are focused, like, you know, UX, UI issues, usability. Some of current market solutions are fundraising for wallets, not to smart contract, and that's, you know, a security issue or so. But those are not the main problems that we have identified. So the biggest pain points that we would like to focus on that and are clearly the biggest problems for private investors are basically, the first one is our gas wars. So usually and very often during the ICO day, when you have a first come first serve solution implemented, people are paying fees that are higher than the amount that they are investing. So, you know, you are trying to invest 200 USD and you are paying 500 for that. So that's the problem. So this is the first problem that we're gonna solve by introducing into our platform a solution that have been implemented on the stock market like 50 or 70 years ago, like during the IPO. So you have a time window. You can subscribe yourself to the project, make a payment in the moment when the gas price is low. So this is gonna reduce very highly gas prices that people are paying to participate into the project. This will also solve the problem that you need to, you know, be in front of your computer on 4 a.m. because you will have a time and you will have this the moment that suits you best. So that's the first problem that we are solving, and this is how we are solving that.
Okay, great.
Okay, so the second problem,
yes.
access to the investment. So in most solutions that have been introduced in the market, you need to possess like tens of thousands of community tokens that are worth like $30,000, $40,000. So average investor, so average low cap investor cannot afford to buy this and is not able to participate. And this is a tremendously huge community that is underserved currently on the market. And those people would like to be seen. Those people would like to be able to invest. So for them, we have redesigned completely from scratch a tier system that we're gonna introduce on our platform. And this tier system will not gonna be based on the amount of tokens that you stake on the platform. It's gonna be based on the value of those tokens that you are staking. So that means it's no matter what the price of the token on the market is. It can be $1 per token. It can be $1,000 per token. The baseline for lowest tier will always be the same because it's the amount in tokens, in GMS tokens. So it's the value. So that's the change that we're gonna introduce in here. Obviously, the whole math behind that is a little bit complicated, but from the helicopter overview, this is exactly the solution that should allow those millions of people that are currently on the market and are waiting for the solution like this to participate into the future project that we're gonna introduce on the platform. So that's the second problem that we like.
There are no projects or current projects that are active right now who have this solution, right?
They are trying to implement that. There are some approaches, and mainly those approaches are based on the so-called power. So there are two platforms probably that are trying to implement that, and they have implemented a power solution, and it's not exactly the same. So this is gonna be really simple solution, and will allow a lot of people to to be involved into investment opportunities.
Okay.
So
maybe it's fun for maybe another interview to do the technical part if there is some.
Exactly.
So if you guys from the community and everybody who's watching have a question about this, maybe we can do some additional information to get more technical, right? But we keep it helicopter view right now.
No problem.
Sure.
We can make a deep dive into this. We are good at the technology. Yeah, because we have our platform already done, so it has been done, and like 200 people are testing this every day. So we are not afraid of such a question. So the third problem that we are gonna solve, in most cases, people have access only to the public rounds on most ICOs, on most launchpads that are currently on the market. Sometimes there are some that are allowing you to participate in the private round. So our goal is to allow people to be involved and invest into the projects like smart money investors doing. So we would like to turn the low cap investor into a smart money investor, but by allowing him to invest from the napkin idea into the project till a global scale. So that's our DNA. This is our philosophy, and we will do the same for our community by allowing them to invest into a part of the seed round into our project as well. So this is, we are not just saying, we are doing what we are saying. So that's the third problem that we're gonna solve in here. And the last but not least, we would like to solve the problem that a lot of projects are launching their solutions on different chains. So for that, our launchpad will gonna be chain agnostic. So we're gonna be able to launch any kind of project from any chain on our platform. So yeah, and those are the main problems and differences from the others.
Yeah. Okay. Now, great. Michał, do you want to add something to that?
Well, I wish I can speak as fluent as my friend about that everything, but I think he said all about that.
Okay, then I have a second question, because you state there were two main competitors. So who are your main competitors, and how are you going to outperform them?
So there are many of those guys, like there is Polka, Ferrum, GemStarter, BSCpad, TrustPad, etc. So there are plenty of those really good solutions on the market, and most of those have the first difference is that most of those have different business model. Like Polka Starters is mainly launching a public rounds.
Yes.
So Ferrum network is allowing only the people that possess a huge amount of their tokens to participate into the ICO. So this is more some kind of exclusive club of people that are allowed to invest. Like GemStarter is a solution that have this kind of lottery system. So you never know, even if you possess tokens of the platform, you never know if you're gonna be able to participate. So basically, how we would like to outperform them, I've answered in the first question, because all of those people have implemented different elements that we're gonna bring together and add a lot of added value on top of that. So that's the first thing. And the second, we would like not to compete with them. We would like, to be a partner of those platforms and be a partner of those projects. Why? Because we see that there is clearly visible trend on the market. A lot of different projects during fundraising are not fundraised only on one platform. Why? Because of access to the community. It's not about the money always. It's about access to community, marketing, and PR. And my favorite one is the project that has been launched on 8 platforms at once. 8 platforms. It was, I was really surprised to see that. And our goal is to have a partnership with all those platforms to launch our projects together and they project with us. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is some of those people, because some of those projects, because they are launching only public sales, they have a lot of projects that they are passing on because they are too early for them. So they can pass on this project to us. And because we're going to introduce an accelerator in the side of our launchpad, we can accelerate those projects. We can fill the gaps that the young founders have, the problems, operational problems that they cannot obey, and to allow these projects to be investable, and then to launch the project together with the platform that brought this project to us. So that's the second solution that we would like to implement in here. And that means that we would like to be rather partner of those platforms with this additional value on ours than a competitor of them. You know, it's a win-win situation for everybody. And that's how we would like to, operate, to consolidate the market.
Okay. No, but that's also a great way of thinking. You know, not always to battle, but to partner up to make each other stronger, right? So I think that's
because we have a mutual goal to speed up development of the project and increase the chance of success.
And clearly. And you just, I refer a couple of sentences ago, you said filling the gaps, filling the gaps of young startups, and but can you tell a little bit more of what kind of gaps are the most, you see the most, where they need the most help? And
no problem. So as I said,
that's actually a common problem with all startups, not only in crypto. So I believe this is where Paweł approached that years ago with his experience, and that's where we can find how to fix that.
So exactly what Michał said. So that's exactly the point. It's not only the problem of a crypto space, but it's a problem of young companies all over the world, because like in crypto space, 90% of projects are never deliver any kind of product, are never leaving the ICO stage. That the same is on the traditional market. Like in 5 years, from the 100 of startup that's gonna start, like 5 will survive, because the biggest problem that is clearly visible in all the spaces is delivery, execution. And young founders, young people that don't have experience in the space, in development, in business development, in product delivery, in all those kind of stuff, they don't know how to work with it. So those are the areas in which our experience, so mine from building a companies, Michael from the investment side, Michael from research and this crypto knowledge point of view, could help them with. So that's the first element. Obviously, those young founders also have a problem how to structure processes. If you are building a company and you will not set up any kind of processes, you will fail. In most cases, you will fail. So we would like to teach those people how they should structure processes, like hiring processes, offboarding of people, marketing processes, how to delegate responsibilities. So those are very important aspects of building a company. It's not about only the marketing. And a lot of people that are building a crypto project are thinking they're gonna hire a good marketer and that's it. No, it's not that. It's not that simple, because you need to build a product at the end. You need to deliver, and that's the biggest problem of the space. And I don't think it's the people have there is obviously a lot of scams, but most of the people that are trying to build something, they don't know, they don't want to be fake, to fail the community, but they don't know how to deliver, and that's the biggest problem that they have, and obviously a lot of other areas. So one area which is also very important is to have a very good network of partners, and this is where our idea of investment syndicate came into place. So we're gonna build also investment syndicate that will gonna be built with partners, trusted partners, technological one, marketing, investment partners. So in our syndicate today, you are guys. So DCI, there is in our syndicate, there is a KYC company, Fractal. They joined our syndicate as well. So we're gonna have a lot of people. Usually, young founder need to have and to put a lot of effort to connect with and to start a discussion.
Yeah.
First to find, then to connect.
Yeah, we're gonna introduce them a fast track to those people. So that's our idea, and that's how we would like to fix the problem. And this is how we would like to fix and fill those gaps of young companies.
Okay. Yeah, great explanation. Yeah, and like me, I would say also find and then connect. So
Exactly.
I think a lot of startups also
Sometimes you can know what you need, but you don't know where to find it. So that's another problem. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sounds very interesting to me. And yeah, talking about the knowledge that you guys provide, I read in the pitch deck you guys sent over to us. I read, helping, like you said, just with knowledge from the core team and advisory and as venture capitalist companies. But can you tell a little bit more how, you in the pitch deck you described like 3 teams, right? Am I correct? And how who are the members of the 3 teams and how are they working together? Because it's not only this, it's not only that, because it's all together, right? To give a good synergy to launch the startup, right?
So you would like us to introduce the whole team members, yeah?
Maybe globally, but I think more specific as how do the teams work together? You have the knowledge team and you have the venture capitalist team, but they have to know about each other, right?
As we said at the very beginning, our team members are very experienced in different areas. So like Michael is very experienced in investing into crypto project, into doing a research, due diligence around that. He done, like hundreds of different due diligence. He understands and he knows how, by taking one look, is it that tokenomics is good or not? Is the project is good or not? So so that's the first element, the knowledge in different areas, from technology through investment space, by how to build the company and marketing. So we have people that are in our company and they are currently involved into the GemStarter, but they also will bring the knowledge to the project that's gonna be launched on the platform itself, like Marta, like other people that are in here. So that's the first element. The second, as I said like 5 seconds ago about the investment syndicate, this is a huge and very important part of the ecosystem, because all those partners like DCI, Fractal, and any other company that currently is involved into our investment syndicate will gonna be able to first invest into those early startups, but also to provide their services. Fractal can provide services of understanding how the project should deal with KYC and regulations, because they know that, they understand how this market is working on. Our own legal guy, Richard from GemStarter, can provide legal services from the financial point of view for all DeFi products that are going to be launched on our platform. So this specific part of regulation.
Okay.
The companies that are capital VCs or any kind of capital involvement that would like to be capital involved into the company, like you guys, etc., have a lot of connections on the crypto market to other projects that can bring value to the project that has been launched or incubated by us, and also can provide a lot of connections to influencers, marketing people, to new markets that is really crucial for the project. So we would like, not only by ourselves, by GemStarter, to provide added value to the project, but we would like also to provide the whole knowledge that will be within the syndicate, this investment syndicate, from technological, legal, investment and marketing partners.
Yes, exactly. Okay, great. And can you tell me more about your token, Gem? What's the utility of it? Like, can you stake it or farm it? Can you give, what the utility is of the token?
Well, the first definitely is to participate in the fundraising, to build a tier system, but we also allowing our users to stack our token as well as earn on that and on liquidity mining. But that's gonna be introduced more when we introduce our platform to a public, as now it's only testers who can see that.
Yeah, so there's an additional reward, because as Michael said, we have a tier system. We have liquidity mining reward for the people that will provide the liquidity to the Uniswap.
Yes.
We have a staking reward for the people that are staking our tokens.
Yes.
And we have also a transaction fee that will not work as your usual transaction fee that is provided to all people that have our token on their wallets. It's gonna be sent and only available to the people that are staking on the platform. Okay. So this will be an additional reward for the people that are using the platform itself. So, you know, we're gonna have free sources of rewards for the people that are staking, and they will gonna stake also to have a level in the tier system. So by, you know, just using our platform, you will gonna be incentivized with the tokens that we have for all the people. And those pools are planned to be released within the next 2 years. And we have also a reserve to extend this for the next period of time. So just to give an added value to the people that are using the platform, to give them something more, you know, to make this additional step for them.
And what is the direct? I think it's good to explain a little bit. What's the direct connection about these that you guys introducing also a DeFi platform with the GMS token?
So this element has not been yet decided yet. This is something that we are still figuring out and working on. We have an understanding by giving you an access to several financial products. So you need to stake our token as well, etc., etc. But in our DNA is, and in our philosophy of GemStarter, is something that we would like only to tell about the things that have been confirmed, not to speculate to the people, just to give them only the things that are 100% sure. That's why we still did not publish the information how the GMS token will gonna be used within the DeFi platform itself. So this is something that, you know, we know and we have a rough understanding how we would like to use it. But first we are focusing on the platform, launchpad platform at the very beginning, then on the DeFi and crypto and
cross-chain DEX.
Exchange. Yes, thanks for that. On the cross-chain DEX. And that's why we still did not put all the information to the public, because we are not 100% sure. Yeah. We want to, you know, get trust of the people by telling them only the things that have been confirmed.
Okay, and I'm skipping a couple of questions because I think this is a beautiful bridge. One of the last questions is that we have seen the pitch deck and on the website and the roadmap, but there are no specific dates in the roadmap. So yeah. I think this is a nice bridge to this.
It is.
Yeah.
So yeah. So yeah. So please go ahead. Okay. So
date on the road. Yeah, because you know, we see you have I think it was 5 phases, right? And right now
it was
something like that. Yes.
So
some time frames maybe on the phases.
Yeah. So each phase is meant to be around, you know, between 1 and 2 months. We will put all the dates on the roadmap very soon. We did not make it till now on yet, because our policy, as I said, our DNA, our philosophy is to publish only confirmed information. We have implemented within GemStarter.
Understandable.
Yeah, no bullshit policy. This is something that we have implemented in here. But some of elements have been done earlier than we expected. Like yesterday, one of elements that was meant to be introduced in phase 3, like KYC integration with Fractal, has been deployed yesterday and finished yesterday. So probably this roadmap will not gonna need to be redesigned by, you know, checking some elements that were meant to be done in the future. So, yeah.
I was curious about the explanation, but it's understandable. And one thing also, I saw you guys mentioned the mobile app, and I didn't saw mobile app within the roadmap. Can you touch a little bit on that?
So yeah, so we already have one of our team members that is a mobile developer. Our platform will very soon gonna be integrated with mobile MetaMask and other mobile wallets. So like in the next 2 days, we had this discussion with our developers like 2 hours before this AMA. And they confirmed that within next 2 days we're gonna introduce integration with mobile wallets of MetaMask, Trust Wallet, and others. Something that a lot of different projects were working on like for months. We did within 3 days. So that's one element. And in the meantime, we're gonna work on our own mobile app as well to give people access to all elements of our ecosystem, like to have access to cross-chain DEX, to have access to launchpad itself from your phone, and to have access to DeFi platform as well. So we would like to bring all of those elements into one app, and we're gonna start a serious work, and we're gonna build a new team especially for that in the moment when we start development of cross-chain DEX. So yeah.
Okay. And can you tell me more about the multi-chain? Because what chains are you more focusing? Will it be all chains or certain chains?
So we are focusing on most chains available on the market. At the very beginning, we are introducing Ethereum. It has been done right now. Our team is working right now on, correct me, Michael, if I'm wrong, on Binance Smart Chain and Polygon, as far as I remember, and all the others
as well.
Solana?
Yeah.
But this is basically EVM, so Ethereum virtual machine smart contracts. But it all depends, to be honest with you, it all depends on what the market would like to follow. As now everybody's saying about Cardano, but as we know, Cardano trying to bring smart contracts since ages, so we're still waiting for that, and it's hard to say when exactly this is going to happen. Now we can hear more and more about Avalanche, so it's hard to predict where all the developers or the dApps will want to go in future, but we are ready to bring all of them to our platform.
Yeah, so our developers already did a research on most of those. We know how to make it happen. The only thing is, you know, those platforms to have smart contracts actually introduced. So that's one problem. We cannot develop something that has not been introduced on the market. And the second problem, you know, are hands to work. So that's the next that's the next element. But we are working, and we know how to make it happen in most of the chains available on the market right now. Yeah, so it's just a matter of time.
Yeah. Waiting what the market is doing, waiting what Cardano is doing.
Exactly.
But in the meantime, we are introducing, you know, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Heco, Polygon, and or others that already introduced their solution.
Solana also.
Solana also, yeah.
Yes,
so this is something
yes.
that we're gonna introduce in a very near future as well. Yeah. So yeah.
So I think that was our questions. Let's go to the community questions, unless you have.
I've one last question.
Okay.
There was one thing I didn't completely get out of the pitch deck. You're talking about democratizing the investment process. Could you explain that a little bit more? Because I don't think it's completely clear for everybody when we're talking about democratizing the investment process exactly.
Okay, so yeah, so what we are so our idea basically is to provide those investment services, those investment opportunities again to the people, not only to the big players, but it always needs to be some kind of balance. So it's not like 100% of the allocation should be brought to the people, but the people should also have ability to invest into those early stages of a project. So this is what we are thinking of when we are talking about democratizing. Why? Because it's important to treat the people in the same way as we are treating VC funds, which are obviously, you know, providing a lot of added value, a lot of different services. But by doing such a thing, we provide and show to the community that we trust them, that we would like them to be more involved into the project, that we would like to build a community that is not only treated as, you know, a capital, or not only as a people that can in the future use our product, but also we are treat this community as a people that can be trusted and that can earn on the same terms as those big players. So this is what we are thinking when we are saying that we would like to democratize this investment process, and also to, as I said at the very beginning, to change those elements that other platforms have created and introduced, that you need to possess like tokens worth tens of thousands, and an average lockup investor cannot afford to be there and is treated like a second-class citizen. We want to treat everybody as a first-class citizen, no matter how big capital he has. So that's our idea.
I think that was a nice finish. Yes. No, thanks. Great explanation. And yeah, as you said, these were our questions, and then we're gonna hop over to the community questions right now. And as we are saying, the community questions, I will pronounce the name of the community member of ours who have sent in the question we've used. We've read the questions already, and we saw there was a little bit overlap, but I think you guys will, you know, you can connect the dots within between. So let's start with the first questions. Are you guys ready? These are the community.
Yeah,
Yes,
always,
let's do it.
always.
Great to hear. And every winner, again, 50 BUSD, congratulations. And before we go any further, this is the last part. We're almost finished. We want to thank our community. I guess as most of you already know, we don't only have a big community, but we have, I think, the most active community in the space. So guys and girls, so we really want to thank you all the efforts, and we only can select 5 winners, but there are coming more contests.
Yes. So don't worry.
So don't worry. So let's hop over to the first question, my friends. And the question is from Summit. And I try to pronounce all the names right, you know, so, but I do my best. Summit, first question. I will just read it exactly how the question is sent in, okay? Mm-hmm. As being a business incubator aimed for startups and small businesses to raise capital with multiple blockchains, how will this be implemented, and what measures are in the space to check for fake and duplicate businesses? So I think they focus a little bit on the honesty and maybe eliminate the scams. Yeah, okay. So as we said, we have a huge experience in doing a due diligence in the crypto space and in the traditional sector, because I was involved into several startups and companies that I have built by my own. So I know how to do this due diligence, how to move and go through this. And I was also involved from the VC side to analyze different businesses, to provide them information that is this technology worth to invest or not. And Michael did the same in the crypto space. So we have a huge experience in that, and we're gonna provide a process in which we will verify all the elements of the business idea, the ability to deliver of founders, the knowledge, is that team have enough experience to deliver product, to build a business, to sell the business, because, you know, at the end we need to sell to B2B or B2C. That's not relevant, but you need to build a sales department. So this is also an important part. So we're gonna verify all those elements.
And also together with this investment syndicate that we're gonna build, together we will have a much larger scope of the verification, because each and every one participant of this investment ecosystem will gonna do his own due diligence. So like you guys, like Fractal, who also would like to invest into those projects. So all of those people, all of those organizations will follow and will do their own due diligence.
Yeah.
So that will gonna be, you know, a distributed due diligence of the project.
Even if we miss something, there is more people to check the same for their own security as well.
So this is how we're gonna introduce this verification to be sure that the quality of the project that we're gonna introduce is the top one. So
and the ability to raise capital on multiple blockchains was already mentioned before, so I believe we don't need to say that again. But yes, that's the part of our launchpad. Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Thanks. Clear answer. And maybe it will touch a little bit on this. This question is from Alessandro. Also, thanks for your question and congratulations. The key feature of Gemstar is that you will be launching projects. Clearly, I wish to know who will be responsible for picking these projects. Will this be done solely by one person or by the whole team?
Okay, so very good question, and the answer will be very similar to the previous one, because obviously our team will gonna do the verification of the project on our side, just to be sure to create and build all the materials that are required for further development of the project, and to collect all the information that needs to be introduced to the investment syndicate. And then the whole investment syndicate will gonna decide together with us. Will be like King Arthur table, so everybody will have an equal right to say yes or no. Yeah, exactly. So this is what we would like to build, and we will together analyze, verify, and make our decision to follow or not to follow with this project in the future. So this is how it's gonna be working within the GemStarter.
Great, thanks and clear. Then we go to the third questions. The third question. That's from LK Kusu. How to attract both investors and projects, and here he comes, in bleeding markets.
Oh,
that's one of my favorite ones, because as all of us know, smart money investing when the people are afraid. These are, words of one of the biggest investors of Warren Buffett. So we are not afraid that investors and smart money will gonna be afraid to invest during a crypto winter and bleeding markets. Why? Because they know that this is the best moment to invest. You can find the best investment opportunities in this moment. So that's the first thing. The second thing is, it's much easier to find a good project within the crypto winter, because the scammers don't have any incentive to build anything, because nobody will buy that, because the people are analyzing much more the project that they are willing to invest than during the bull run. So that's the second thing. The third thing is, most of the projects that have been introduced within this bull run, as we said during our discussion before, will not survive. Why? Because of the execution. Like in the one bull run before, 90% of the project did never left ICO stage. So this bull run and those projects that have been introduced during this bull run, it's gonna be the same. It's always the same. So that's why, and by having those three elements, we are not afraid by attracting investors and by attracting the projects, because the competition will gonna be less, and the thing that they will look for is the quality and the partners that we can bring to those projects. So
Yeah.
this is something that should allow us to stand out from the others on the market. So
Okay. Thank you. Answer. Yeah.
Great.
I can only agree to that.
I think LK will be happy to hear that. I think this was also a very fun question because the period we're in right now, it's a little bit volatile, you know. I see a
Yes,
lot
like
of red
last week.
candles. So thanks for
yes,
this.
that's true.
Fourth question, then we go to Jack. I think Jack was also the winner last week,
Yes,
right?
a lot, man. Even
Yeah.
like,
Lucky
You
guy.
are the lucky guy, Jack.
yeah, very lucky guy.
Jack, thanks for your question. As follows: How will GemStarter handle this delicate balance between both allocations fair and not to end oversaturated where members are struggling to get in?
So as we said previously, we don't want to follow other path,
Yes.
other projects path. We
Yeah.
want to introduce our own completely fair tier system that will gonna be based on the value of the token, not on the amount that you stake. So it's not matter what, it's it's not matter
Yeah.
when you will start work with us and you would like to start invest. It can be in 1 year or 3 years from now. You will have the same tier level, which is gonna be based on the value of the token. So that will allow us to give everybody an equal chance to become a part of the GemStarter and being able to invest into the projects that gonna be introduced on the platform that we are building in right now. So that's basically the answer for that. So to create a fair and completely redesigned from scratch tier system that's gonna be based not on the amount but on the value of the tokens that you're staking.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Value minded. Yes. Then we go to the last question of the community questions. We're almost at the end. This question is from the Crypto Enzo. Also, congratulations and thanks for your question. As followed, in GemStarter, what tier system are you planning to follow? Will it be guaranteed allocation system or a lottery system or both? I think you already have mentioned. You already
Yeah,
mentioned.
I think I have already answered that question, and yeah, so
Okay, done.
just for the form.
Yes.
Just for the form.
okay, so we're gonna introduce a tier system that's gonna be based on the value of the tokens that you stake, not on the amount, which will which is a worse solution that can be introduced to the investor, because when the price of the token is high, the amount and this baseline which you need to cross to be able to participate is really high. So this bar is really high. So we want always to give you the same level on which the bar is hanging.
Okay.
Great. Thanks again for the explanation. This was the last question of the community questions. Do you guys have anything you want to add or tease?
Because
Yeah. So there's one more thing that I would like to add to all those elements that we were talking about. So we said about five main pillars of the whole investment ecosystem that GemStarter is building. So incubator, launchpad, cross-chain DEX, DeFi platform, and investment syndicate.
Yeah.
So it's not the end; it's just the beginning, because each and every one of those pillars can grow into a different direction. Like, for example, because of our financial experience, the DeFi marketplace that will have in it all possible financial instruments in the future when the regulation will change slightly, not a lot, slightly, it's enough. We're gonna change it into a completely decentralized financial institution, like a real financial institution that will bring blockchain and distributed financial services to normal people like my mom. My mom doesn't understand, the crypto space, but she could understand a bank which is basically a distributed bank. That's not relevant for her. So other elements like launchpad in the future can grow into and connect to the traditional market. For example, we can tokenize the traditional businesses and fundraise for them on the crypto side. We also can introduce a model in which we are fundraising for the traditional businesses, a fiat like Kickstarter is doing. So there is a lot of direction in which every one element from this ecosystem can grow to do one element, to adopt blockchain solutions into the traditional markets.
I think you would need a team for each element when
yes,
you're
that's the plan. That's
we
exactly the plan.
Yeah, we are aware of this. And for example, to build a financial institution, I have 150 people that were working for me in Ion Bank last time. So I have a contact with each and every one of the people from this team.
Nice. And the token generation event, can you tell me more about it? Is it nearby or?
Yeah, so it's nearby. So in the next couple of weeks, like 3, we're gonna have our own small community round on our own platform. And this community round will gonna be on the same I forgot the word. On the same vesting, with the same vesting and with the same terms like for the VCs. So the people will gonna be able to invest into the seed round of the GemStarter because we have as part of the allocation for them. And after that, we're gonna introduce 2 more or 1 small community rounds. And after that, in the somewhere in July, we are planning to have our own TGE event. And we did not yet publish a date because, as we said, we only like to publish the things that has been confirmed.
Yeah, exactly.
And you are the first place. We already set the month for TGE as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, the connection was a little bit unstable. What were you saying?
I just said that you are the first place we set so far the month for a TGE. So
we're the first. So I hope the engaged community is watching up till the end, right? Then they have the first.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for sharing. If you have any teasers, maybe later, let us know, and we can help you guys also to push it into the market and into the community. And yes, we really want to thank you guys.
Yes, thank you.
You gave a lot of information, and let me tease a little bit with a joke. A lot of more information that I could find on the website and in the pitch deck. But that's a compliment. But it's coming, right? The white paper is coming.
It's coming. It's coming. So it's good to tell everybody that this white paper is gonna be published like within next 2 days, because right now a guy who is proofreading that, he's just cleaning up all the stuff. So we're gonna publish that within 2 days. And the new website, the new completely redesigned version of the website with a new brand will gonna be published probably within 2 up to 3 weeks, because today we confirmed the business graphic designer to start work on the new version of the website. So more information that has not been published yet.
I'm excited. So yes.
So keep us posted, and keep you posted, and also the guys and girls who are watching from the community, we keep you posted also. We all keep you posted. So let's wrap it up. Thanks you guys again.
Thank you. It was a pleasure to speak with you.
Touch and have a nice evening.
Have a nice evening too.
Cheers.
It was a pleasure, guys.
We're gonna eat here in Dubai some steak, I guess, or something. Are you vegan or not?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
See you next time in person.
Yes, we will meet each other soon.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
bye.
Guys.
Have a nice evening. Bye bye.
Bye bye.